Gamers, I'm not here to make you scared or sad, but in less than 2 weeks, Mario is dying. That's right, starting March 31st, we're going to lose a bunch of Mario content, including the ability to post new levels online with the original Wii U's Super Mario Maker game. This means that no new levels will ever be created for this game, and that's kinda sad. But thankfully, the game comes out of the box with 68 sample stages that will always be available for us to play. Hopefully. Today, we'll be playing those 68 stages, but with a twist. The rules are simple. We are going to try to beat as many sample stages as we can in Super Mario Maker for Wii U without pressing left on the D-pad or control stick. This means no controlling our momentum during jumps, runs and other actions. And obviously, this means, well, no going left. Are we going to be able to beat a couple levels or not? Let's find out. But just before we do this, look at this graph. Ugh. Only 26% of viewers watching me are actually subscribed to the channel. So please, can you click the sub button real quick? It takes a second for you and helps me a lot. Alright, now that everything is said and done, let's just jump into it. The first level, Ground, is a very easy and standard Mario level where you move to the right while jumping on Goombas, above pits, and where you avoid enemies like these Spinies and this Labyrinth. Well anyways, you get what I mean, it's easy. The second one, Underwater, is up. And well, just as its simple name implies, well, this level takes place underwater and will ask you to swim in between cheeps, bloopers and spikes. But you never actually have to move left at all, so it's very easy. Castle, on the other hand, is a little bit more tricky as it's full of dangerous lava, but thankfully it is a level made with the new Super Mario Bros. Game theme. So if you need to stop your momentum, well, you can simply hit the down arrow and do a ground pound, which will actually help out a lot in this quest without pressing left. Airship is up, and this is actually a very easy stage if you make sure to just walk right. Don't jump and wait for the screen's auto-scroller to catch up, and you'll soon reach the end. Ghost House is next, and this level starts off with you having to move over there to then make your way up here, but that requires you to jump left, and there is sadly no wall jumping ability in the Super Mario World game theme, so this level is actually the first one that's not possible. The next level, Sound Effects, does contain a couple of very scary jumps to make, especially without the ability to push left and control your momentum, but it is possible to do it by just being careful, thankfully. Tracks is up, and this stage contains lots of platforms moving on rails, which can actually get you to move left if you just stand on them without moving. But there's no use to that, as the end is actually located on the right side, so just keep dodging the saws on the way and you'll soon make it to the end. Sub Areas is the next level, and you actually have to enter this pipe to begin, but if you run too fast and hit the right wall there, you'll be stuck and won't be able to enter the pipe no matter how hard you push the down arrow. So make sure to stay near the left side of the pipe. Sadly, even if we go down and do the level, we'll be in big trouble near the end of the stage, as we are meant to enter this pipe to finish it. And as you can see, well, the pipe is located on the left side and we cannot move left no matter what we do. So this one is not possible. Pipeline to the other side is the next course we'll attempt, and this level isn't too difficult at first. But there is a part where you need to hit a block using a shell to make a vine appear, and you'll absolutely want to be on the left side of the block, or else you won't be able to climb it, sadly. If you do it correctly though, well, this level is actually quite easy. And speaking of easy stages, Block Town is such a weird one. Basically, there are tons of little houses, and you have to enter the doors to then be able to climb on top of those houses and reach the flagpole. It's a very easy level, but oh so weird. The next stage is a remake of World 1-1 from the original Super Mario Bros. So you bet this one's easy and doesn't require any left presses. Spinning Boo Buddies is a stage featuring a bunch of giant boos moving in circles on those rails, but you can easily squeeze in between them without ever needing to press left. A P-Switch's Journey is a level where this P-Switch will travel a lot, bouncing up, moving down, moving left and right, but as for you, well, you'll just be down there waiting for the switch to reach its destination, so there will be no need to push left. Switch It Up is next, and this course will require a bit of strategy, because you'll have to hit a P-switch to reach the end and enter that pipe. But normally, you'll want to grab a P-switch from this pipe all the way to the right and move left with it. But we cannot do that, obviously. Thankfully, we can just hit this first P-switch and then wait for another one to fall down and bring that one with us, allowing us to press it when needed and then entering that pipe easily. Only to be met with this. What? A room where we need to move left? That's not cool, Nintendo, that's not cool. Yeah, this one's not possible. Next up is 1-1 Remix Raccoon Mario, which is actually a remake of World 1-1 from Super Mario Bros. 3, and you actually don't need to move left, so this one's a total joke. 1-4 Remix Castle is also a remake, but from the first castle level in Super Mario Bros. And this one is also very easy and never requires you to push left. You might need to damage boost through those fire bars, but that's all there is to it. Bloomin Goombas is a course where piranha plants are stacked on top of Goombas, but you can easily avoid touching them, and getting to the end is actually quite easy. Perilous Vine Climb is a little bit more annoying though. In this stage, you are supposed to climb on this vine that moves left and right, and well, just like the vine, you're also meant to move left and right to avoid touching the spikes and dying. But you know, we cannot do that. What I did do though, is I managed to jump and grab the vine from the other side when I needed to swap sides, and well, as you can see, it looks weird, but it works. It's a little bit spooky, but it allows us to beat the stage. Next up, we'll be playing a remake of World 1-2, and this one's a total joke. Big Dry Bones pirate ship is next, and this stage is actually quite tricky, as you are meant to hit that block to climb on the vine, but if you go under the block and hit it, well then the vine appears on top of you and you cannot move left to climb it. What you can do though is to run and jump on top of the block and then reach that platform and then the end of the stage. Who needs a vine when you can jump like Mario? Sunken Mario is an underwater stage and you just have to make your way up and down, avoiding all of those swimming Goombas on the way, and you'll be all good. Coinucopia is the worst level ever created, featuring so many ugly, yucky yellow coins, but thankfully we never actually have to move left, so it is possible to beat it. Next up is a remix of 1-3 from Mario, so it's pretty easy. The Festival of Fire, on the other hand, can be quite tricky with all of these fireballs that are being thrown at you by those Lakitus. Thankfully, if you do short taps on the D-pad, you'll be able to avoid them all without needing to move left, and thus clearing the level. Super Star Dash is a dumb level, as all you need to do is to hold down right and jump above the pits while defeating all of the enemies on the way. Kapow is also very easy, as you just have to move right and avoid touching those enemies on the way. Be Brave and Get Up Close is a level where you need to hit the correct question mark block to obtain a star and defeat those chain chomps to reach the end. Their attack pattern is random, so it will take a couple of tries to finally get the star, and eventually when you get it, well, you'll realize you cannot do anything anymore. Even if all of the chain chomps are actually defeated, you cannot jump above the stumps. That was worthless. My solution was to make a very scary jump above all of the chain chomps instead. Attack Stack wants you to kick some green shells at this stack of giant enemies. I suggest staying on the left side as much as you can up until all of the enemies are gone and you can safely make your way to the flagpole. Shoe Goomba is a remake of a level from Super Mario Bros. 3, and as soon as you leave that pipe, you gotta move left, so obviously this level is not possible. 1-2 Remix Yoshi is a very easy stage and will be done in no time. Zigzag Lava Bubbles is a very scary looking level with all of these lava bubbles bouncing all over the place, but you can dodge them all by staying on the right side of the screen, kind of easy. Go for the 3-up stomp is also very easy. Move right and you'll win. Yep, it's that simple. Jump for it does look like a scary level at first, but you can actually just bounce quickly to the flagpole and it will be done in no time. Muncher is such a weird stage, as all you need to do is to hit a P-switch and jump on the right side to reach the flagpole. Is this even supposed to be a stage? Clowning around is up, and you basically just have to hop inside of a flying car and move right while dodging the other cars on the way. Very easy. Creepy-Crawly Bowser Tower is not that difficult. Just stay on the left side and dodge the fireballs up until the Bowsers fall down and you can reach the end. Or go past it like an idiot. Ugh. 3-1 Remix is an easy level from the original Mario game, so you bet it's possible to beat it without pushing left. 2-3 Remix Pyramids seems to be a problematic level no matter what challenge I play it on. The real problem here is the end, cause you're meant to kick a Koopa shell to then let it break all of the blocks and then you go down inside of the pipe. But it's located on the left side, so that's not possible. What I ended up needing to do is getting a shell over there to get a Tanuki leaf, and then I use another shell to break this row of blocks. I then ran and slid underneath the block and started breaking these blocks to move into the pipe. That was by far the worst level for this quest, not gonna lie. Thankfully, this next one is actually quite easy, as you just need to follow Bow Bow to the end. No need to push left at any point. Easy Does It is actually quite easy if you just barely tap the right arrow to move while avoiding all of the spikes. Music Notes is a confusing level where you need to find a block that contains a vine that allows you to climb up and finish the level. But thankfully, you can always do a wall jump on the right side there and do some short hops to carry your momentum and go back left. So this level is possible and actually pretty easy. Conveyor Belt Sprint is up. And basically, well, sprint on those conveyor belts and avoid the Koopas and you'll be all good. You'll also need to jump above all of the Koopas in Shell Shot, and this level is also pretty easy. In Find the Fire Flower, you are meant to find the correct block that will allow you to get a fire flower. But since the flower will be on your left side, well, this strategy is not actually possible. Thankfully, we can actually just spin jump on the first row of Spinies to make our way above the second row, and voila! Shoe Factory is full of shoes. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Very easy level. Kinda like Spiny Tower Demolition, yet another level where you need to throw a shell back at a tower of enemies. No need to move left. 7-2 Remix Piranha Plants will want you to make a very precise jump above those pipes to avoid having to move left, but it is possible to do it. 1-Airship Remix is a very slow auto-scroller level with lots of cannons and rocky wrenches to avoid, but if you're being careful, you'll soon reach the boss, which you can skip by jumping above it. Yay! 8-B Remix Airship, on the other hand, is a nightmare, as you'll need to do some very scary jumps, and not pressing left actually makes the jump quite difficult to pull off. And even if you do it all, you'll get to this boss, the Junior Koopa Clown car. He's really annoying to defeat, and dying means starting over from the beginning. After a million attempts and failures, I did switch to the edit mode to be able to just retry the stage from the boss, and even with that cheating strategy, I had trouble beating it. It took me a very long time, but eventually I made it, so it is possible. Danger Fire Bars looks really scary, but you can thankfully just jump from one platform to the next and you'll reach the end in no time. Blaster Barrage is also quite easy, as you just have to move onto the right side while dodging shells and other hazards. Dry Bones Stampede forces you to bounce on those dry bones, and since they carry over your right momentum, you'll sometimes need to do some ground pound to cancel it. It's super short though, so no worries. Chain Chomp is a level that contains, well, chain chomps. Who would have guessed? Most of them are quite easy to dodge, but this last one is quite the pain. Get the timing right and you'll be done. The Bone Dungeon level is very difficult, as you need to move those skull coasters to allow you to get to the end. My strategy was to run on a row of coasters down there to create a big bridge that you'll then be able to use to get in between those dry bones and reach the end. Underwater automation is an automatic level, so there's no need to do anything. Easy. Up and over forces you to grab some springs and throw them on the right side. As long as you grab them all in the correct order, you'll be able to jump above the wall and beat the level. Even Trampolines' dream of flying will be an easy level if you slowly tap the right D-pad in order to control your momentum. Rollercoaster, on the other hand, is really difficult, as you'll be jumping on a fast-moving skull coaster above saws, and since your momentum carries over, you'll need to land on the coaster using a ground pound, and this is actually easier said than done. It might require a bit of practice though, but eventually the timing will be just right and you'll be all good. 2-5 Remix Chain Chomp is an easy, straightforward level, so there's never a need to push left. Same thing goes for 8-3 Remix Hammer Bros, which is taken straight out of the original Super Mario Bros. Game, so grab your Shelmet and move to the end. 6-3 Remix Ice is very easy if you move slowly, as there are ice blocks everywhere. Just take your time and you'll beat it. Don't delay is actually the complete opposite, as you'll quickly need to move to avoid getting destroyed by the saws chasing you. You'll have some wall jumps to do, but you can always move left without pressing left, so no worries. Race to the Finish is an auto-scrolling level where you need to jump above lava on platforms, and you'll soon reach this part. And as you can see, well, you clearly need to move left if you want to beat the stage, so yeah, this one is not possible. 8-4 Remix is a remake of the final stage in Super Mario Bros, except it contains many secret mushrooms giving you all sorts of funny costumes. It is super easy nonetheless. The final 4 levels are all Nintendo World Championship 2015 levels, so I don't have much hope to clear them, as they can be quite complicated. Surprisingly enough, the first one can actually be defeated, as you need to run on those conveyor belts to reach that pipe. But instead of bouncing above the saws when jumping on the last Koopa, well, just hop on it and fall down and you'll enter the pipe and beat the stage. Wow, I didn't expect that one to be actually possible. The second stage starts off okay, with a couple of scary Koopa Clown Car segments, but sadly, this part wants you to move left. So there's just no use, we cannot clear it. Same thing goes for the third stage, where you are meant to enter door number 3 to reach this part. And well, you clearly have to move left there. Ugh. And now, for the final stage of this quest, well, you'll soon realize that you need to do wall jumps in between those saws, and since we cannot press left, well, we cannot do left wall jumps. So yeah, this one is not possible. So, is it possible to beat Super Mario Maker on the Wii U without pressing left? Well, not really, as some stages absolutely require some left presses, but surprisingly enough, only 8 stages out of all of the 68 couldn't be done. So this means we cleared 60 without pressing left, which is actually really good in my opinion. Hopefully, this video will send off Mario Maker with a bang, and I can tell you that I will never forget this game, even after it's gone. Thank you so much for watching this video, my dudes. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe, hit the bell, and smash like to show your support. And if you want to watch more videos, well, make sure to tap the cards on screen right now. As for me, well, I will be seeing you in the next one. Bye!